Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Manser, and in today's video, we're coming back with a very simple orange soda pound cake. You heard me right. It is a simple orange pound cake, and we use different layers of delicious orange flavors and also topping it off with even more orange zest and a very simple glaze. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So we're starting off with 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I have already sifted this to get rid of any lumps. And to that, I will be adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I am not adding any salt today because I'm using salted butter. So if you're using unsalted butter, this is the time you would want to add some salt. Okay, so we'll put that aside. So now we're going to start off by creaming up butter. I have 3 sticks of salted butter, and this is at room temperature. Very important because you want this to be able to cream up easily without overworking any of your ingredients. Make sure to stop halfway and scrape down the sides of your bowl. Now it is time to add my sugar. Typically it calls for 3 cups of sugar, but I like to cut it down, and I'm using 2.5 cups of just regular white sugar. What you want to do is cream this butter and sugar really good. So I like to beat this on medium high, and just make sure that I stop halfway and scrape down the sides of your bowl. And this is what it looks like. I beat this for about 3 to 5 minutes, and you can see it is nice and creamy and much lighter. Look at that. Guys, excuse my voice. I am so under the weather. Your girl has not been feeling well, but I gotta do what I gotta do, okay? So now it's time to add eggs. I have 5 eggs at room temperature, and I will start off by adding 1 at a time and beating it for about 30 seconds or so before adding the other one. This just helps so you don't overwork your ingredients. Overworking your batter will just give you a consistency that you're not gonna really like, okay? So just 1 at a time, and that is the last egg right there. Make sure everything is well incorporated. I also have to stop again and scrape down my beater and the sides of my bowl. If this is your first time on this channel, you are absolutely welcome. My name is Manser, and here I share a lot of recipes, a lot of baking, and all of that good stuff. So now, very important, you're gonna need some orange extract, lots of it. I ended up using 1 tablespoon of orange extract. This is very important. It does the job even better than fresh orange juice. Trust me on that one. You need that orange extract. And also, you're just going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla just to bump up all of those flavors. So 1 tablespoon orange extract and just 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, I said orange soda, so now the star of the show, I am going to be using some Fanta orange. You can use any orange soda of your choice, Sunkist, any brand that you like. This is what I prefer to use. So I am going to measure about 1.5 cups. You can use 1 4 cups up to 1.5, but I measured out 1.5 cups of orange soda. This is at room temperature, by the way. I did not put it in the refrigerator or anything. So here is a soda. It's going to add a very nice layer of flavor. And also, I'm going to be using 1/2 cup of sour cream at room temperature, guys. We are building up on lots of texture and flavor. And this is optional, but I decided to go in with a little bit of yellow and red food coloring just to give it a little bit of orange. Honestly, I really did not even see the difference, to be honest with you. But hey, now it's time to incorporate our wet and dry ingredients. And of course, you guys already know I always like to alternate them just so I don't overwork it. I have said it so many times, and I cannot overemphasize this. So yeah, we add some of that flour mixture and then let it incorporate for about a few seconds, and then I'll go in with the soda. I promise you, this is a very simple and delicious orange pound cake. Now, very, very important, you're gonna need lots of zest. Lots of orange zest. So I ended up zesting about 1.5 large oranges. So you're looking for at least 1/3 cup of fresh orange zest. This is gonna do all the trick. It's gonna add a lot of freshness, a lot of flavor to this cake. Once it hits that oven, baby, you're gonna be able to tell the difference. You know they're baking something from scratch in this kitchen. All right, so I added the last bit of that orange zest, and all I'm doing here is just simply folding that into a beautiful batter. It already smells so good. And by this time, guys, please, you would have preheated your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what we're using today to bake. And I have also gone off camera to prepare my baking pan. This is what I'm using today. It's a bundt pan, and I already buttered it lightly and coated it with flour and dust of any excess flour. It is now time to add a beautiful batter. As you can see, it is a little runny, not like your typical pound cake batter because of all the soda that we added in there, but trust me, it's going to be just fine when it comes out of your oven. So yeah, just simply scrape down all the batter into your baking pan, and I'm just trying to level it up as much as possible just so it bakes more evenly. You already know how we do it. Pop it, drop it, try to release excess air bubbles, and into an oven it goes 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 to 70 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted comes out dry and clean. And this is my cake fresh out of the oven. I'm gonna let it cool down all the way to room temperature, and in the meantime we're gonna go ahead and make a very simple orange glaze to go with this beautiful cake of ours. So now here I have 2 cups of powdered sugar, just regular confectioner sugar. I've already sifted it because it tends to be really lumpy, at least the one I get from the stores. So I've already sifted it to get rid of any lumps. So just pouring it into my container, and to that I will be adding some whole milk. Now I ended up using 2 tablespoons of whole milk, but I always like to go in gradually. So I'll go in with teaspoons first until I get to the desired consistency. But for the purpose of the recipe, I always have to count everything that I do. Look, if you're used to cooking and doing everything just by eyeballing, like I learned how to cook, it is so hard. But being a a content creator, I have to always measure everything so that my recipes will come out perfect each time you try it. For more orange flavor, we're going to go in with 1 teaspoon of orange extract. And this is going to make all the difference in this very simple glaze. Oh my goodness. I really like the taste that it gives. It just has a lot of freshness in it. And by the way, I get most of my flavorings just from Walmart or Meijer, just regular grocery stores. So they easy to get and nothing fancy. So here is my glaze, and my cake has also cooled down all the way to room temperature, and it came out of that bundt pan looking all gorgeous and perfect. I love it. It is now time to simply just drizzle that glaze to your heart desire. I love this so much. If you find your glaze a little runny, just simply add more powdered sugar and it will thicken up easily. And I also like to let it sit for a bit so that the glaze can harden up a little bit, and then we can cut into it and see what we're working with, baby. You can see I am cutting so easily into it, and ta-da! Look at that beauty. Guys, it smells so good in my kitchen. I just love anything that has to do with zest. And you guys, if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm a big advocate of zesting that baby. Zest your cakes, especially if you're working with a citrus flavor. If it's an orange cake, if it's a lemon cake, zest it all the way. And we're also going to finish it up with more orange zest. This would not only serve as a garnish, but it would also add an extra layer. I'm telling you, when I took a bite of this cake with the zest sitting on top of it, man, I about fell out my chair, baby. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful texture. It's actually dense when you make it, and it is just so delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Y'all stay safe. I love you so much. Bye.